first reaction is going to be a deep breath and hope for a clear result, because obviously for the democratic world, small d democratic world, the prospect of a contested American election is really very damaging and dangerous. And obviously at a time when democracy is in retreat around the world, the danger of the world's strongest democracy, biggest economy that's a liberal democracy, in balk would be extremely worrying. I think, secondly, that the division of the country, the polarization of the country, will be clear for all to see. And your question to Anthony Scaramucci about the lesson for the Republican Party, if President Trump does indeed lose, but quote unquote loses well, if there's such a thing, I think makes the point that Trumpism and President Trump need to be understood as quite deep-rooted now on the right of American politics. Of course, we're talking. Sorry.
There had been, to carry on that theme, there had been speculation that if Donald Trump lost this election, it would be a blow to populists in other countries. Is the converse also true? If he squeaks a win, or if he does better than expected, is that succor to populists around the world? Yes,
I mean, I think one can overestimate the significance of a quote-unquote populist international. It's not an organized movement, but there's no question that President Trump has put himself at the head of a group of people around the world who've been running on a nationalist, nativist, so-called populist platform. A resounding defeat would have sent an important signal. But of course, the politics of Turkey or of India or of the UK even are different. And so I think one wouldn't want to overstate that significance. But I think there's a bigger point as well, which is that if you think about this in a 10 or 20-year canvas, every country around the world will have to bake in the prospect of unpredictability from America. There isn't going to be a return to the status quo ante. If Vice President Biden does indeed win, he's going to have to reinvent what it means to engage globally, as well as to focus on the home front, notably in respect of COVID. But I think over a 10 to 20-year period, if you're European allies, but also if you're looking at America as a rival from the perspective of Moscow or Beijing, you're baking in unpredictability. And that obviously has quite severe consequences for the way the world looks over the next generation.